I'm going to town on some fucking vanilla wafers right now, so I'm in no
Yum.
hurry to start. I'm chilling. I'll wait a couple of seconds, like a minute, two. If they don't come, that's fine. We can start.
The dad wants to basically come from main door here and then jump up here and bomb on them. I'm worried that he's not going to be able to. I can't get the height. Maybe you're also better than I am. He wants to like bounce up there and then get right into their faces first thing.
You can do it. You can definitely do it. Like if it's a double bomb mid, if you guys are committing to a double bomb mid, you can absolutely do that.
I should sunbird with them. Okay.
I would say, let me see, Pocket Soldier POV. All right, let's see what one of the best pocket soldiers in the world does at the beginning of the mid for reference. Always a good idea to. Okay, here we go. He decided to fade out.
Mm-hmm.
He did bomb off that area at the beginning, but he saw that probably I should not commit, so just decided to fade out to the mini pack and start spamming.
Ooh,
Ooh, money,
gets a
free
little too
kill.
sweet.
We take those. Yeah, he's being very slippery, but that's a decent spot to bomb off at the start. I want to see now that we are holding mid. Yeah, okay, we're holding second. Yeah, okay, we've got. This is what I'm gonna be doing as well. Two soldiers are gonna stay at choke. Um, and
Scouts and
the
demo
combo
in.
is going to rotate. So like they just caught. You see how they just saw a peek of the medic walking up at choke right here?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. So they're gonna see the med close choke, so they know that their combo is holding choke. Wait for it, wait for it. Wait,
Oh, yeah,
maybe
then
I'm tripping.
everybody.
I'm pretty sure they saw the med there, but anyways, yeah. So they see that the combo is now choke and not big door, so they rotated the combo over to play big door now. And the two people over there are sorry at choke now. They saw that their whole combo was at choke, so they rotated their combo to match that and play choke as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the two players that stay behind at big door are Demo Man and Flank Scout. Just like Demo Man and a Scout have to stay at big door. The rest of the team can remain at choke, can like rotate, and the two soldiers can just remain at choke. Okay. I should probably leave that open for right. I'll leave this open if I ever need to reference anything. Hello, Euphrates. Hello, Bahamut's Social Club. What?
Meowdy.
What's up, guys? All right, I can begin this hoe now. I'm gonna begin this. Without further ado, I will start with the rollouts for everyone, and then I will um, begin talking about the mid fight. The mid fight in Gullywash is very, very important, and there's a lot of different ways that you can do it, so it'll be a very interesting part of this, and we'll probably cover a lot of it in the mid fight. You saw in that one game, Commander, how pretty much every round was determined at the mid fight, like
Mm-hmm.
whether it was like mid to last every time. So the mid here is very committal, like it's hard to leave, so it's very much like a committal mid. Um, okay. So, for the pocket soldier, you're gonna do what you always do. You're gonna shoot your rockets at your feet, knock yourself all around. You're gonna pull out your pickaxe and you're going to get your arrow right here. Where you're gonna get your arrow at, right here. So your med will arrow you right here. You just stand here with your rocket launcher out and you're good. Get your arrow and then walk out. Um, as the pocket soldier, it's good first bomb to just go like this, off this wall here, off that. Can do that move right there, get high, and then if it doesn't look good, if you're high up in the air and you're like, I don't really want to commit right now. Like, there's an entire team here. Like, if you see that just the demo man's here, try landing up here, maybe. Oh, I'm dead.
I do. Here, I'll put on the cheats for you.
Thank you. Thank you. By the way, anyone feel free to join the server. It's this one right here. So if you'd like to join the server and play in spectator for anything, you can do that.
Alright, you should have access to cheats now.
Thank you. Okay. So, yes, beginning of the mid, jump up here, do this. If you see that there's like one demo man there, like a very bombable player, land up here. Land up here on some height, maybe land up here on some height and just fight this guy real quick. You know, give him some damage. But if there's a whole team of players here, you probably don't want to commit. You'd probably rather fade. And it's good to like fade over to here where there's this little mini health pack. At the beginning of the round, nobody's taking this mini health pack, so you as the pocket soldier are more than welcome to just grab it really quickly. Um, can play all around. At this point, I would say let me cover the rest and then I'll continue going about the mid fight. So that's the pocket soldier rollout. And then for the roamer soldier, you do this right here. So you're gonna walk out, get your 300 from your medic. You're gonna jump right here. You're gonna walk. Just use one rocket there and then walk. Don't shoot two rockets. You don't want to take any unnecessary damage. Just one rocket right there. Walk. Your medic's gonna start healing you again right here. So like, yeah, you land right here. You walk. Your medic's gonna be healing you right here. So you just walk, 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 walk. And then once you get to like right here, you can jump into big door. And then once you get to big door in the mid, I would say you have two options as the roamer soldier. You can either jump off this wall and land up here on the point and just kind of like get some damage in before you drop down under the point. You definitely want to play under the point as a roamer soldier. It's very important for you to do this and to also make sure that their soldier doesn't get in through our drop down at the beginning of the round because if a soldier gets to here, it's very bad for us, obviously. Like, they're now behind our choke, where all of our players are going to be at the beginning of the round, so don't let them get there. Just hang out here and make sure nobody's, like, gonna be there. Walk over to here, play around this area, and you're kind of going to be baiting, like, your presence down here is very scary because you have a lot of coverage up here at the top. People that are up here are gonna have to drop down to hurt you. Like, they can't attack you if you're down there. They're gonna have to come down there to fight you. So stay down here. And then also, once you have like an opening, once you let some time settle and you just chill, here is drop down that you can go up there, drop down. And just being here, by the way, is very scary. You don't have to fully commit once you're here. You can just hang out right here. And look, there's a huge health pack right there behind you. Um, all the players that are hurt in mids are going to be looking to go get that health pack. And if there's a hurt player walking to a health pack and there's a soldier right here just that they're never going to expect, you just get a free kill. So like just sit here for a second, you know, if your team says they're still fighting in mid, just kind of sit here, just hang out, you know, like if anyone goes for this big health pack or this ammo, like they're dead, you know, like you can kill that person. That's a pick for you.
Yeah,
Um,
I suppose. Yeah.
but also at any time, you know, if your team is calling, okay, they're at choke, like they're outside of choke right now, like boom, boom. Kind of the same thing as in Sunshine, how I put the roamer soldier in cafe, and I wanted you guys as a team to let that roamer soldier know if their team is outside of cafe, so that the roamer soldier could peek out and attack that person. Same situation here, like if they're in choke, let your soldiers know they're in choke. Be like, oh, they're in choke, they're in choke. It's very important to let them know that because if they're in choke, this soldier can commit, or if the soldier's underneath the point even, and they haven't gone up drop down, they can just bomb from underneath the point up onto choke. And like, tons of damage for that. So make sure you calm if their team is at choke, during the mid fight.
May I ask a
Uh,
question?
Vaughn would say
yeah, of
something.
course.
So if I'm doing the roller like fast rollout and I go like down to here and like hit drop down like as soon as I possibly can, where is their combo? Like will I beat them to like this spot, or like where are they gonna like be if I get here like as quickly as possible? If that makes
So
sense. Like
the
are they gonna
only
be through the mid, or are
person
they gonna still be like walking up?
The only person that usually rolls out to choke is going to be the demo man. So when you do this quick rollout into drop down, you're really looking to pick the demo man at the start of the round or like delay him from being able to come into mid. So if you catch the timing on this demo man and go really fast, you'll probably end up being in here and the demo man will be like right here or like just walking in. So if you get up to drop down, you're fighting 1v1 with a Dima man, basically, at the beginning of the round. You can do it like once, right? Like you can do it once or twice. Like do
Yeah,
it
there's
one
just gonna
time in
put
a
a trap.
game. Yeah, yeah, do it one time in a game, and if you get away with it, don't try to do it again because he'll know by then. But you can do it once in a game. It's better to do that, right? Like do that and scare the demo man, and then instead of going for drop down again, what you can do is an alternative way to start your mid out where you don't jump up to height first is you go and you jump to right over here. So you're like under near drop down at the beginning, kind of like you're doing the fast rollout to go to drop down. But instead of going up drop down, you just kind of hang out here and scare them. Like their whole team is going to see that you are near their drop down, so they're gonna fear that. They might send somebody to try and kill you, you know? But what you can do is their medic is usually always going to be rolling out big door and walking in like this into elbow. So if you see this, you have like you can spam their medic as they're walking into elbow. As their medic is trying to walk into elbow, you can shoot a couple of rockets right here and just damage them a little bit as they walk up into elbow and try to get into the mid. So that's a really great thing to do. It's more of like a default, I would say, more reliable default than jumping onto the point at the beginning of the round. But if you're the roamer soldier, definitely like try all those things. Like try going into drop down at the beginning of the round. Try jumping up here and fighting up here and then dropping down for a round. Do that and then also just make sure that nobody gets here. Make sure that their soldier does not get into our drop down. Mostly is maybe your number one priority as the roamer soldier, but come down over here, shoot rockets at their medic as they're going into rollout. Just kind of like swap between those three things, and then always just be ready to bomb because like if your other soldier decides to fade at the beginning of the round instead of going for the demo or something like that, like always be ready for any kind of like big damage calls from your demo man. Like if your demo man says, if you're underneath the point just hanging out, as soon as your demo man says like med took 50, demo took 60, something like that, you can just jump right up onto them, like you're very much in a position to commit to any damage calls. So when you're under here, be listening very intently to your comms to like figure out where their team might be at, where your team is at, etc. And then you can make a good decision based on that. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna do Demo Man now. I'm gonna do the Demo Man rollout. Oh, that's heavy. All right, here we go. So Demo Man rollout, pretty simple. You don't even really need to. You don't even really need to like jump at the beginning of this mid. Like usually, you'll do the sticky and you'll jump. Would say it's like less important on this map. You can still do it, but it's definitely less important on this map. If you're more comfortable, you feel like you'd be more consistent not doing it, then just don't. But first stick goes here on this line right here, just right there, and then you're gonna go for a default. You're looking to roll out to choke, so you'll jump up to here, and you'll put a stick down like right here. You'll jump over to this big pack, jump right here, and fly into the mid. And then you got another big pack right here for you as well. So you go flying into the mid. You probably don't even need to pick up the big pack in lobby, like once you have the medic's buff, you know what I mean? Like you'll just be coming here and you'll be 175. But your goal is to get into choke and just get stickies down here for whenever their medic tries to cross into the mid. Like whenever their players try to get up elbow at the beginning of the mid, you just want to get some sticks down there and get damage on those guys early. It's not uncommon for a flank scout to jump up onto this mini wall at the start of the round to kind of like put damage on you as the demo man and sort of make your job harder trying to put stickies down on their team. So do expect like you may have to double pipe a flank scout right here at the beginning of the mid, you know. You may have to up pull on him and send a pipe in his head real quick. Um, Let's see. And then also as a demo, if your team is deciding to roll out for a right side mid, which I'll explain later, like if your team is like, oh, let's go for a right side mid, let's walk up their side this mid, go up right side this mid, you know, like if they decide to do that, then as a demo man, what you'll do is you'll basically be doing like a roamer soldiers rollout where at the beginning of the round, you just take your buff like normal, and instead of going and jumping up to launch pad at the start, you're gonna jump just straight down here, and you're just gonna kind of like jump in, you know, and then you guys, importantly, very importantly, if you do decide to do a right side mid, the demo man and the medic need to bait in big door. They just need to stay in big door at the start of the round. So like, the rest of your team is going to be like walking in their side. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry about that. Their whole team is going to be walking into this little door right here on their side. Your whole team except for the demo and the medic, okay? So all these guys are going to be going in here and they're going to be fighting. Usually it's not a bad idea if you guys are going to be doing this kind of mid to double bomb your soldiers at the start. So your soldier and your pocket will both bomb up here, go off this, and then fly into choke to kind of clear it out and make sure that this space is clear. And then you're looking to just take this away from them. So like they can't come up this way, they're going to be forced to try and go that way. And it may, you know, if the team is caught off guard by that, it may delay them or potentially even like stop them from being able to go into the mid, you know. So but most importantly, I would say about doing a right side mid is you have to make sure that your demo men and your medics stay here because a right side mid can go very, very bad. um, it can go very, very bad, and you always just want to have, you know, the demo man could lob stickies at this choke just as good over here as he could if he was standing in their faces. You know, like you can throw pipes, you can throw sticks. Your medic needs to be able to get out if shit hits the fan. And this is a very committed position. Like you're not gonna get out if you're up there as the medic. So chill. Demo and med chill right here, and then if shit goes good later on in the mid, you guys can walk up and just go join your team. But if shit goes bad, then you and the demo man just kind of go away. just just get out, brother. Get out right back to your last, you know? Like don't even fool around with all that stuff. So that's the demo man. Both the soldiers and the medic and the scouts, you guys are just gonna run straight down through here, down through here. Make sure you get out of this guy's way. There's gonna be a soldier here. The pocket soldier's gonna be sitting here trying to get narrow. Don't get in that guy's way. Like move out of their way. And then flank scout at the beginning of the round, jump up onto this half wall and start pressuring their demo man. Like shoot a shot or two into their demo man who's going to be trying to fling stickies at your team. Just kind of pressure that guy a little bit, you know, make sure he gets pressured, and then after you do that, you can kind of come down here, clear this, make sure that there's no soldier trying to go drop down. If there is a soldier trying to go drop down, like you got to let your team know that, you know, like spot that, make sure that, you know, because if a soldier again gets up here behind you guys into your choke, it's going to be very, very bad. So roamer soldier and flank scout both have that job of like making sure, you know, spot that. Like you don't have to fight it, you don't have to kill that guy, but if there is a soldier going drop down, you guys need to know about it, because if you do know about it, then you can just walk forwards and fight them. And you're fighting 6v5 into their team. This soldier that's behind you guys in your choke is going to do absolutely nothing. But this guy is entirely basing like his ability to go choke and kill you guys based on like you're not knowing he's there. But if you know he's there, the beginning of the round, if the roamer soldier spots and makes sure, okay, nobody's there, it's cool. This is why, by the way, that the roamer soldier doesn't have to like stand there and just have your eyes on this spot the whole time contesting it. You can, at the beginning of the round, just kind of see it, make sure that there's not a soldier defaulting, doing a quick rollout to go there, and then chill here because your flank scout is going to kind of like spot it again as you guys are entering. So flank scout, jump up on this mini wall at the start, pressure that demo, try not to eat 2 pipes to the head. As you're walking over here, make sure that this is cool. Make sure everything's cool over here. No soldiers seen, like, walking to drop down. And then once you got that down, like, alright, we're all good. At that point, you can just kind of jump into the point and join the fight and start fighting with everybody. Pocket Scout, you need to run in and jump here and clear stickies. So if there's any stickies that your medic will have to walk over, you need to clear those quickly. And then your medic's going to attach the beam to you. And once your medic attaches the beam to you, she'll get scout speed. The whole reason that you stand here at the beginning largely is just to give your medic scout speed. So like you want your medic to be able to get up elbow as quickly as she can and out of this open area as quickly as she can. So you're going to stay here until the beam gets attached to you. And as soon as that beam gets attached to you, just jump right over here and then join the fight. You know, watch height, make sure no soldiers are bombing onto your med, etc., etc. Let's see. Okay. Let me go into no clip and get up high. So, the default way that I'm gonna have you guys playing in this mid is, I'm going to have, let's see. Default way I'm gonna have you guys playing in this mid is your demo man is going to roll out up here, go to choke. Your demo is going to be the only one that goes to choke at the start of the round. They're going to shoot the sticks over to here, onto their players. And you guys are all going to roll out big door. And, you know, like I said earlier, roamer soldier can jump from here over to the point at the start of the round, spot drop down, jump quickly to their drop down, go for the quick play and their drop down, try and go up their drop down and get their demo early. Just kind of like play this thing. Pocket soldier flies in, just make space for everyone. You guys are all gonna walk up here once you get the chance. This is like a normal left side mid, just walk up elbow and then play the mid now. Now you can play the mid. If you're going to do a right side mid, then your whole team's going to roll out big door, including the demo man, and your medic and your demo are going to stay right here. They're just going to chill right here. Both your soldiers should probably do this and just kind of like bomb in to choke to take this area, and then your 2 scouts as well will come up here and fight with you guys on this high ground. Depending on how this right side mid goes, if it goes bad, medic and demo are just going to leave back to spawn. If it goes good, though, then they will come and join you guys later. And then you'll be at the point where you need to attack second. So I'll go over attacking second now. If you are going to be attacking second, I recommend... Okay, well, let me quickly go over this, actually. If you're defending mid, like you find yourself in a situation where, I don't know, you're down a player, or you're, like, getting ready to attack second, you guys are not quite committed fully to attacking second yet, the most important thing, I would say, is just make sure someone's watching drop down. As far as positions are concerned, I mean, if your medic is, like, over here at choke, chilling, then it's all good. You know, have a scout with them, obviously, but someone has got to spot this drop down, because if you guys are like not attacking second and you're just kind of in like a normal position on mid, just sort of waiting to get ready to attack second, then if a soldier goes through this drop down onto you guys, which they can very easily do, like all they've got to do is be like, all right, I'm gonna slip into drop down. So they slip into drop down, and then you guys are right here above, just standing default mid, and then you get like killed because a soldier went drop down without being spotted. So if you're just kind of default mid, make sure that gets spotted for sure. Very, very important that you watch that drop down. As far as attacking mid, you should have one of your soldiers, usually your pocket soldier, is going to be standing here at the choke, just chilling by themselves. They're going to be all alone, this soldier, okay? So, very scary job, but you're all by yourself up here, okay? When you guys are attacking second from mid, you're going to be all by yourself up here. One soldier is just going to be chilling right here, all by themselves. And your goal is mostly just to watch. You're not really trying to fight or anything like that. You can occasionally shoot a rocket, you know, you've got a little health pack right here. So don't shoot too many, but you got a little health pack right there to replenish. So a couple of rockets every once in a while just to keep these people on their toes. They'll usually have two soldiers right there for reference. They'll have two soldiers on the outside right there that you'll be fighting, so you know, just keep them from pushing into this choke onto your team. The rest of your team is going to be hanging out over here at Big Door. Every single other player will be over here at Big Door. You're going to have your goal here is you need to clear these sticks that are going to be right here. If there's any sticks right here, you need to make sure that these sticks get cleared. Very, very popular for their stickies to be on the back side of this. So as a soldier, just kind of like, you know, shoot the side, make sure everything's cool. And then as a scout, you know, be shooting as well. Shoot them if they fall down, etc. Your flank scout is going to be playing up here, just hanging out. Like watching kind of choke, like ready to go assist that soldier if they start breaking through choke. Just be ready to help. And your pocket scout's gonna be the one in here with your roamer soldier, kind of like clearing these sticks, trying to make things safe, you know. And again, your number one priority here is you're looking for an advantage in position, in players, in Uber. So if you guys are doing this clearing and some player just like randomly walks into you right here, just kill that person. You now have a player pick. You have a player advantage, so you can fight into their second with that player advantage. But what we're doing here is we're clearing these sticks and we're going to get our flank scout. So the scout that's hanging out over there is going to commit now. And the roamer soldier are both going to commit. They're going to take a buff. The soldier's going to take a buff and they're going to walk down to here. And you're going to need to clear sticks that are going to be right here potentially. So be very careful. Like make sure that you clear these sticks. Kind of hold it open and bait. And then just like, you know, clear that, make sure it's cool. And then once you're here, your flank scout is now safe to come with you. So the two of you guys together, the roamer soldier and the flank scout, are going to be walking into lobby together. And there's like a whole way that you need to do this. So you're going to walk in, first of all, long ways like this. You need to be walking in long ways. And first, you need to clear this together. You need to clear lower lobby together. So your scout's going to come with you. You guys are going to make sure that if anyone is in lower lobby, they get cleared. And then once lower lobby is clear, your soldier's going to stay right here, and your scout is going to go over here. Follow me, class. Follow me. Your scout's going to go over here, and they're going to clear like this part of river. They're going to make sure this is all cool. And then once the scout's like right here, this soldier in lobby and this scout are now going to come together and clear river together. So you guys cleared lower lobby together. Now you guys are going to clear river together. So you clear river very quickly. You make sure that's okay. All looks good. Nobody's up here. You guys don't get a kill. Alright, awesome. You guys are like a patrolling death squad, basically. You're looking for a player pick here. So you guys have to clear these together and fight 2v1. That's like the whole point of doing this, is you're like a patrolling death squad looking for kills. But if you get both of these spots cleared and don't find any kills, then you're gonna leave your scout up here. Your scout's gonna stay up in river, and your soldier is going to stay at shutter down here at lobby. Now this soldier down here occasionally will peek shutter and make sure that their job trying to fight your team that's at Big Door is very difficult. So like, if you guys are playing with your combo at Big Door, naturally their team is going to want to be here, fighting you guys here, and like keeping you out of big door. But if you've got a soldier right here at Shutter spamming rockets at you occasionally, that job for that team becomes very, very difficult, right? And then you also have a scout up here in River assisting, like making that even more difficult for them. So the two of you guys work together, make their life really hard, and your combo kind of stays here in Big Door and just keeps fighting. Eventually, you guys are gonna sit here and you're gonna pressure them so much that they're gonna end up like having some kind of a problem. These guys, they have one health pack right here. This is all they have. They have one little tiny health pack and one ammo pack. So eventually, something's got to give. These guys are gonna sit here and just starve forever. Oh, there's a miniature ammo pack right there. So there's a big health pack right here, mini ammo pack right here, and then one tiny little health pack right there. So they're gonna be kind of starving, and you guys are just gonna look to keep pressuring them until eventually you get a player pick or you manage to force their medic or something like that, right? You're gonna look for some kind of advantage that's gonna allow you to get into here. And I should mention that since you have one player in their lobby and one player in their river, any player that now dies on this second and tries to respawn is gonna have to run the gauntlet of like, they're gonna have to choose. They're gonna have to be like, okay, I just spawned in last. I'm either going to try and fight the soldier in lower lobby, or I'm gonna have to go try to fight the scout in river, you know? And ideally, you two will coordinate together. So these two players that we have behind them will coordinate together to. They'll be like, okay, one of their players just spawned. We need to go kill that guy, you know? So they'll go own that guy together. Um, that's for attacking second. You know, like take those positions in lobby with your roamer soldier and your flank scout and look for player picks to try to take second with. If you guys can ever take a fight 6v5 or 6v4, it's going to be significantly better for you than having to try and take the fight 6v6, you know what I mean? Like if you guys manage to get a kill on one person and turn it into a 6v5 fight, then even if you guys do have to use Uber in exchange and end up like fighting Uber v Uber, I mean, if they're down a player at the beginning, then it's going to be very, very difficult for them, even if they have good positions here in second. As for defending second, I would say as a default, you guys are going to want to have two soldiers that choke. So one of your soldiers is going to be standing right here and, you know, spamming, trying to keep people from getting in through choke. And another one of your soldiers is going to be hanging out like around here, kind of up on top of this. And if anybody gets through this choke, tons of damage from both these soldiers onto him. But also being in this position grants you the ability to say if there's a lot of shit happening at Big Door, you can walk over here and you can start spamming some rockets to help your team at Big Door. So one of your soldiers kind of just stays over here, and that medic can always give this soldier a buff. Like, this soldier can like walk over here and be like, med, can I get a buff? And then they just quickly get 300 from their medic, and then goes right back to watching this again. But one soldier's committed up on this high ground, the other soldier's going to be down here. Both of you guys are not really necessarily peeking this choke, you're just keeping them from getting through the choke onto you, you know what I mean? Because what they're looking to do right now is what I'm having you guys look to do, like looking for some kind of an advantage in some way. They want to sack a soldier into you to force your medic. They want to rush through a choke and try to catch players off guard, something like that, right? And you want to just do as much as you can to disallow that. The rest of the team, two soldiers at choke, the rest of the team's going to be playing here at Big Door. And you know that their team generally is going to want to try to get players down into this baby door, so make sure that, you know, do your best to prevent them from being able to do that, right? Like, sticks right here are very, very strong. Having stickies right here on this is, like, awesome. Like, that's a really awesome spot because they usually are expecting for like stickies to be here or stickies to be here. So when they walk through here, they're like, oh yeah, I mean like whatever, you know, and they just get blown up. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go check to see if there's stickies in here. And you know, like right here, the stickies, so they just get blown up. This is a
Evil.
really, really good spot to have stickies at. I like that spot a lot. And you can also re-trap it very easily. So like, for example, if you want to get sticks here, you've got to walk into lobby and you lose sight of big door to do that. But right here, you can just trap from big door and it's all cool. So good spot to sticky. But yeah, rest of the team should just be playing here. And then here's a really, really big detail about this second defense is if their if their combo, like if you see that their medic rotates from big door and goes over to choke, then the only two people that stay behind here are the demo man and the flank scout, okay? So the demo man and the flank scout will stay here at big door. The rest of the team though needs to rotate to choke, to over to choke, okay? And you know, like, two soldiers are still going to be here at choke, so those two soldiers just stay here and hang out. The roamer soldier does need to listen a little bit more though, because if your whole team is over here at choke and then your flank starts calling like, oh my god, we need help on flank right now, roamer soldier, great time for you to go over and assist them. You can jump, like bomb over its system, you can walk and spam, anything you want to do, right? Just go help them. And flank, don't be afraid to ask for help because they have one soldier over here that they probably don't need, and he's more than happy to go help you on the flank. So, yeah. You guys just kind of rotate and match their medic. So if their medic is at choke, you guys play at choke, but if their medic's at big door, you play at big door, and then very important, just remember the classes that need to stay at which places, right? So like both soldiers need to be staying at choke, and the demo men and the flank scout need to be staying at big door. The rest of you guys are rotational, so default to big door at the beginning. I would say like you guys should probably hold big door to begin with, and then once you hear the call that their medic is at choke, you need to, you know, go rotate then over to choke. But as a default, like at the beginning, just start at big door, okay? Like start at big door and defend big door, and then and make sure, by the way, soldiers, that you call if their medic is at choke, so that our team can rotate, so that your combo guys can rotate over there. So that is attacking and defending second. Now I'm going to mention how to attack last. So, well, I'll mention how to defend last first because I feel like it may be important to mention that for some of the context of why you might do the things that you do on attack. So first scout, it's the same as most of the 5CP maps. The first scout to spawn will jump on engineer and build a gun, usually in this spot right here. And then the second scout that spawns needs to come up on pyro and make sure that this gun is protected. So the first scout that spawns is going to come engineer, build the gun. The second scout needs to spawn up on pyro and make sure that this gun is protected. So like, people are going to be spamming rockets at this gun. Pyro needs to be here making sure that this gun is safe, you know? Let's see. Once you get the gun built, which I said, I know in a lot of cases I tell you guys to build the gun at the spawn door and then move it up. I would say this map is probably an exception to that. I would say on this map you probably want to build the gun right here and just upgrade it right here. Other maps where this is also the case is like Metalworks, for example, which you guys probably haven't played on yet, but you will eventually. On Gullywash, you should build the gun in the spot first, right here, not by the spawn, because by the spawn, it's pretty unique that it really doesn't cover like anything at the spawn, at either spawn door, so very useless to build it at the spawn on this map. So yeah, you'll build it right here to start, and then once you get the chance to move it, you'll move it to this very particular spot right here. You want to move it far enough back so that people from here cannot spam it easily. You want to move it far enough to this side, like lined up to this, so that you have this pole in the way of river there, so that players that are peeking river to try and spam your gun are gonna have to like they're gonna have to commit like very hard. And also there's this pole right here at launch pad. You want to kind of find the sweet spot for all these three positions where you're far enough back. It's about like right here. You want to be, these people over here need to have a hard time spamming it because this pole is in the way. these people over here at River need to have a hard time spamming it because this pole is in the way, and then these people, it's far enough back that these people also need to like really commit. Like there's this giant lip right here. These people have to really commit to get damage on it as well. So all these people that are peeking your gun, except from Shutter, are gonna have to like super commit to try and get an angle on your gun. If you put your gun here, this is like the best default spot to put it. It's gonna be very hard for that enemy team to spam your gun. It's like a very nice spot to have your gun at. Put a dispenser down as well, like right here, just so your medic can stand in it. Like having a dispenser right here is great. Your medic can stand in it, and they have dispenser armor, so they're just chilling. And then yeah, that's fine. That's all your engineer stuff, right? Um, one soldier should stand up here on the ring by default. So one of your soldiers is going to play at the ring, and the other soldier is going to play at launchpad. So one soldier on the ring, one soldier on launchpad in a default situation, right? If you guys are at disad, then one of your soldiers plays at the ring and one of your soldiers plays launchpad, but this soldier at the ring either goes launchpad or they might also come down into water and play with their demo. But Demo Man on disad always plays in water, okay? So like Demo Man at disad, if you guys are at disad, water always. Demo always in water, okay? And then hopefully your soldier that's either going to be they're going to be like rotating between ring and here down in water to help you. Like hopefully you'll have a soldier down here in water to help you, Demo Man. You know, sometimes. Just depending on what the needs of the team are at the time, you know, like that you're one of your soldiers that's going to be playing at ring will be playing down here in water with you, just depending on how much you need their help. The soldier that plays at launchpad just continues to play at launchpad. That's totally fine in disad. Demo Man, generally, I don't really know where a great spot for Demo Man to stand at is in default. I know disad definitely be in water. In default, though, I would say you could probably play like over here, kind of spamming at river, kind of like getting damage at river, or you could play what I would maybe think is a lot better is just play right here and keep traps on the shutter so that this is like the best place for their team to peek that gun from. So you want to make sure that there's sticks on this and they're punished for that. And I'll tell you, other really, really good sticky spots as well are like having sticks on the shutter is amazing, but even better than having sticks on the shutter is having sticks like right here above this doorway so that people don't even get the chance to walk into shutter. You have this giant window right here as a demo man to watch. So like if you're just standing here and you like see somebody walk in through here, you just get on their head and they get owned. They get absolutely obliterated, right? Also, these lockers are really awesome spots. So like in between these lockers, if you can get sticks here, this is amazing because sometimes teams will kind of like peek this quickly or like shoot rockets right here in this corner to knock stickies down if you have them up there. So like if you've got stickies here and they think, oh, all right, we cleared the stickies here, we're good. Like they come in here and they're like, yeah, those sticks are cleared, right? Or they come in here and like they're ready to peek this gun and then there's sticks on the lockers right here, like in between them or something, or just on top of the lockers. Then they just get like absolutely owned. Because they can be hard to see if they're stuffed in this corner right here, especially. Like, you see as I'm walking in here, even if I'm clearing these stickies, and I'm like, okay, cool, those stickies are cleared now, I can start walking in. Like, if they're in this corner, it's going to be very hard to be seen. So, most people will clear these stickies, but most people are not going to be clearing stickies that are, like, right here, you feel me? So, kind of consider having both, really. Like, have sticks that are here and sticks that are here. Can be really nice for you, but as a default, generally play here in even Ubers, and then at disad, like I say, you're gonna want to be down in water primarily, just to watch this area, keep people from getting in on this area. Let's see. you've got an engineer and you've got a pyro for your scouts. So the pyro's job is somebody should be like spotting, probably your engineer should be like spotting this is a really good place to look. You can see if their medic rotates into lobby or if they rotate up to river by looking right here at their stairs in lobby. This is their stairs right there. So to get to river, they're gonna have to cross that sight line, and to get down into lobby, they're gonna have to cross that sight line. So watching that can be very, very advantageous for you. Just kind of like stand here, you know, like watch it as much as you can as the engineer and be like, okay, uh, their medic's rotating up to river right now. Their medic is in river, you know, like their medic's in lobby, you know, like wherever they are, like if the pyro knows that their medic is in lobby, then the pyro is probably going to want to stand right here. And then once they use their Uber, just air blast them, stuff them in this choke right here. You've got this choke right here that you can stuff them in that they'll like they'll be using through here a lot. And then you also have, if you find out that their medic is rotating river and they're playing at river, then you can play like right here, you feel me? And then just stuff them as they start coming in to use their Uber. You can just kind of like walk up here and stuff them in river. Now they're stuck in river, you know? But you play an engineer and a pyro, and then the pyro's job is to, the engineer's job is to spot where their medic's at, and then um, the pyro just kind of makes a rotation based on whether they're in lobby or whether they're in river to kind of counter that Uber with air blast. You just give your life up. As the pyro, you literally just give your life up to air blast them and delay their Uber as much as you can, like troll them by air blasting them away and ruining their Uber. Um, let's see. I say it's the engineer's responsibility primarily to be watching the rotation, but really, like, anyone is free to call it. Like, if you see that their medic is standing in lobby, obviously let your team know that. But yeah, that's defending last, okay? So you've got your disad, you've got your even on last, you know how to defend those. Let's talk about now attacking last, um, on Gullywash, which is pretty cool, lots of fun. This is one of my favorite maps to attack last on because there's a lot of like really stupid shit you can do. If you feel creative, there's a lot of really silly shit you can do. A lot of different off classes are very viable on this map. So if you're attacking last, I should mention this lobby area right here is like the no zone. Like if you guys do not have Uber, a plan, if you guys aren't like quite ready to attack, you're not committed, or maybe you guys were in lobby and you now need to back out of lobby because somebody died, like don't be in lobby unless you have all your players alive and you're buffed and you have a plan and you're like ready to go. You know what I mean? Otherwise, stand out here on bats, okay? Stand out here on their bats here, second bats. Watch river, make sure nobody gets in through there. Watch this, make sure nobody gets in through there. Probably wouldn't hurt at this point to have one player down there in big door just watching baby door to make sure that nobody slips in behind all sneaky like, you know. It's very unlikely that they would, but not a bad idea to have somebody down there watching that. But just chill out here, chill right here, get your buffs, make a plan, you know, tell people like, okay, right now we're even Ubers, we're gonna walk into lobby, we're gonna spam the gun, we're gonna try to sack a soldier in to get an off class, something like that, right? Or be like, guys, we have Uber ad, we're just gonna sit out here for a second, we're gonna enter lobby and then use through shutter, you know, something like that. Would be nice. Just make sure you've got a plan called and everyone's like on the same page before you enter lobby and river, because those are dangerous places where you can get killed, and this is a pretty safe spot. So once you guys have decided what you're going to do, I'll go over like a really easy thing first for you. If you guys are Uber ad, just hanging out at Uber ad, then just take river, take lobby, have like you should have one soldier and one scout go river, and the scout and the soldier will push water together. So like they don't walk in through river here, they go through river to water down to here, and they'll push this together. And these two can like play for the point during the Uber, right? But the main bulk of your players, like the other four players, should during Uber ad, you guys get into lobby, get into river, and then what you do is Shutter. You kind of want to use through Shutter all the time. It's like the closest and best place for you to be able to use an Uber ad through. So use Shutter primarily, and always make sure that you end the Uber on high ground. So up on this top right high ground right here, you do not want to end your Uber down on the low ground. So like during the Uber, don't be like dropping down here, you know, if you're the medic. If you're the medic and you're the demo, stand on business. Like if you're the demo, trap off their right spawn, trap point, you know, but stay up here on this height for sure. You absolutely want to make sure that you end that Uber up here on this height. It's very, very important. Um, but I would recommend using before you enter through this because like I said earlier, Demo Man, if they're not down in water like they should be, these are super common trap spots, so it's just not even like safe to walk into here without clearing shit. And in Uber ad, you usually don't have time. It's not gonna make a difference whether you. It's gonna be like a second's difference whether you use here or whether you use right here. You know what I mean? So just use before you get through the doorway. Have one of your soldiers right here after you guys use in like as soon as you guys use and you get through the shutter with the demo and the scout. Um, then that soldier is going to trail the Uber, which is where um, you guys use in, and then that soldier's just gonna bomb in behind you guys as that Uber is happening. So like as soon as you guys make it through Shutter, they can either be right behind you guys and bomb in from Shutter to attack the point, or the people over there on the high ground on the right, or they can bomb in from Launchpad to go help you guys. Either or is fine. Just make sure that the soldier that is not going water is like trailing that Uber and bombing in with you guys, okay? That soldier should not get a flash, generally speaking. Do not flash that soldier. Just keep the beam on the demo man and the scout. Make it a two-person Uber, you know, and go in with that. And then this soldier is just gonna wait 1 second after you guys have used the Uber, like as soon as you get through the doorway and all eyes are on you, and then they'll go and fight with you. Um, okay. So that's the Uber ad push into their last, right? But let's say that you guys do not have Uber ad and you've got like default Ubers, like it's default, you guys are even Ubers. So you'll be standing here just chilling until you guys get into lobby and somebody's gonna be like, "Hey man, we're even Ubers. Everybody take a buff. We're about to enter lobby together right now." So at that point, you guys will all get buffed, and then you'll start entering in through river, entering through lobby, all that kind of stuff. Like you'll take it together, get into here, and you're gonna want a soldier and a demo man over in lobby down here. So like, whether you guys have the soldier standing up here or the demo man standing up there, it doesn't matter. But one of you guys will be up here. The other one will be right here usually. You guys are just kind of like watching all this area together. Soldier and a demo man in lobby. You'll have a medic here in the stairway that anyone can just walk to quickly to get a buff. She'll be rotating, just like buffing people. She's going to stay in the stairway though, because it's like the safest place for her. The rest of the players, so every other player, so like the two scouts and the other soldier are going to be playing right here in river. And the reason that you guys all spread out so much is because you're all going to be spamming the gun together. So, like, if they've got a gun, you need to figure out, okay, they've got a gun. Like, somebody's going to spot that, figure it out. Okay, they've got a gun. And I showed you guys that gun spot earlier. That's, like, the most common one. But you may also catch them before they move the gun. So the gun might be, like, right there, you know? Just call where the gun is at. Call it if it's over in the, like, in the meta spot over there behind the pole, close to shutter, you know, or if it's like over on the right side, just call that, you know. But you're gonna have your soldier that's here on river. They're gonna peek the gun like this, kind of be in a position. You guys are gonna be in positions like this. So like you have one soldier right there ready to peek the gun. You'll have one of your soldiers like right here ready to peek the gun from launch pad. Your demo is gonna be ready to peek the gun, whether like do down here or something like that. Your demo is going to be ready to start peeking the gun. All you guys are going to peek the gun together at the same time. You're going to have to like You're gonna have to like bait those positions a little bit. Like you'll have to like not show that you're there, like showing your intent, but be ready to do that. And then you'll ask, is everyone ready to spam the gun? Like you'll be like, guys, we're gonna spam the gun, get into your positions. Okay, is everybody ready to spam the gun? All right, let's start spamming the gun in 3, 2, 1, and then you guys will all peek together and spam the gun at once, okay? Once that gun is down, at that point you guys can send your sack. So a soldier now can go flying in and like go start fighting or something like that, or a scout maybe could even sack at this point. Like a scout could go and like try to rush down into water and fight into water and maybe get a kill or something like that, right? Someone, it doesn't matter particular. I would say on this point, right, like it's a lot more open-ended on who can sack because your soldiers don't really have a lot of great spots to bomb into on this last. It's like kind of hard to get your soldiers in on this last unless they're jumping through river. So a soldier can bomb, but if you find that it's easier that a scout might just want to run in and die, it doesn't really matter who runs in and dies as long as one person one person runs in and dies and the rest of you guys just hang out, okay? That's like the number one thing. One person's gonna run in and die, the rest of you guys are gonna hang out. So once that one person dies, they're gonna come up on an off class. So like I think the most powerful things on this map for attacking last could be a sniper. Like you could peek a sniper into their last to try to get a player kill. Sniper's really powerful if they're peeking from wood over here at lower. It's like very, very nice. This is called wood because there's, well, wood. So a sniper peeking from wood is like incredible. Like you can get a lot of value there. Sniper peeking from launch pad can be good too, or like over at river. I'll show you guys something that's really cool. If you jump up onto here suddenly, and this is for soldiers that want to spam as well, this can be a really good spot to be standing on if you're a sniper going for a YOLO shot onto their medic, or like a soldier looking to spam damage. This can be a good spot for you. I'll also show you this, which is a hiding spot that you should always be clearing if you're leaving last. It's kind of hard to get up. Commander, jump up into that pipe as the scout. It's going to be primarily the scout that does this, so... Oh.
Can I?
I'm assuming you don't have the winger.
Oh, no.
Ah, no, okay. Yeah, so right here, you can get up and hide in that. Yeah, there you go, Dab QT, thank you. You can get and hide in that, okay? So, like, anytime that you're clearing, like, you're leaving last, make sure you check this, okay? Because it is a very common hiding spot to,
if we do this
to catch
on
players.
our side, you're gonna have to take off your hat. It's visible from, like, 7 miles away.
Yeah, that's why I always go full
Alright.
default whenever
Yeah.
we play.
Yeah, good.
So anyways, yeah, make sure you clear that, just as a note. But, yeah, so Sniper's really powerful. Spy is always very powerful. You get a spy in behind the medic, and then the spy will ask for pressure. You guys all start pressuring so that the spy can go for a backstab. That's really good, but here's something that is unique to Gullywash and very, very funny and silly, and that you guys may find yourselves very eager to try out against some of these teams. I'm gonna spawn on Pyro really quickly for an attack into their last. That's right, Pyro. We're gonna be using that guy. So this is very, very funny and very silly, and I recommend that you try it at least once or twice because it's very funny and silly. So once you sack your player into their last and they come up on Pyro, you guys are going to... This is your plan, okay? This is your plan. So you're going to try and take this Pyro down into water. And you're gonna want your medic here as well, okay? So like your medic, you're gonna want a medic and a scout at least to be here. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna Uber this Pyro, and the Pyro and the medic are gonna go in first, and they're gonna play like right here, and they're gonna air blast people. They're gonna be like air blasting people so they can't get onto the point. You'll be like air blasting a soldier that's on ring. You'll be air blasting people. Meanwhile, your scout is playing for the cap right here. So like you guys are on pyro, just keeping them from getting onto the point with an Uber on you, with your air blast, and this scout on your team is like guarded by an air blast and an Uber pyro, an Ubered pyro that is air blasting everything, and this scout can maybe get lucky and cap the point. It's a very funny and very silly strategy, and I recommend you try it because it can be quite entertaining to go for. Um, maybe not your first choice though, right? Like maybe not
But
your
I
first
love
choice,
pyro.
but hilarious. But it is hilarious. I don't care. Try it out. If you ever get the chance, absolutely try it out because it's hilarious and fun, and if it does work, it's insane. So like I say, just pop the Uber on this pyro. Make sure you got a scout here to get 2 times on Gullywash last. You get the every point the scout caps at a 2-time rate. So you want to have a scout primarily to be the one capping here. But I guess a soldier on pain train wouldn't hurt either. Soldiers, if you know, you can switch from escape plan to pain train in the middle of a round, and you'll get the ×2 capture rate that the scout gets on every point. So something you could try as well. You know, if you want, you could have a soldier and a scout maybe go with this, but just send a couple people into water, scout, pyro, medic, Uber the pyro, and then air blast, and have your player try to cap that while your pyro's Ubered and air blasting everyone. Uh, Funny to do. I should cover. Let's see. Anybody have any questions? I think I covered everything, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm good.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, good. Lots of silliness. Does everybody understand the idea that if you are attacking a point, like a last or a second, for example, that you want to find an advantage in some way, whether through Uber, through players, or through position, before you try to use your Uber into them? Does everybody get that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Because, like, very common that teams are gonna mess up and they're gonna make the mistake of, like, we're even Ubers, we're attacking their second, we're in mid right now, we're gonna be attacking their second, we both have Uber, let's go use Uber into them, you know? Like, there are cases where you can do that, but primarily you don't want to do that, you know? Like, if you find that, for example, their whole team is at big door and there's just 2 soldiers here, or like, I don't know, there's like a demo man, you see a juicy pick standing very close here, and you figure their medic is at big door, their demo man and a soldier are right here at choke. If we just use through the choke right now, they don't have a medic, their medic is so far away they can't save these 2 players with an Uber. So like, in cases like that, absolutely you could just use the Uber into them and catch these 2 players. And you would take an Uber exchange. You would take 2 players all day, right? Like, you would absolutely take 2 players all day. Plus, you get choked. So there are situations where it's alright to do that, but primarily, you just want to, like, sack soldiers, look for an advantage in Uber's players or position before you commit to taking that point with an Uber or anything like that, right? Primarily how you'll play the game. Any more questions from the audience, from the class? La clase de Salamandor.
No.
Excellent, excellent. Alright guys, awesome. So when is you guys are playing 9:30, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, sweet. I'll be very excited to see. I hope to see the pyro strap pulled out. I hope that you guys get an opportunity where you are attacking their last at some point, so you can like sack somebody, get the fucking off classes up, and then go for like a spy play, a sniper play, or like the pyro play. You know, like I really hope to see that. I would be so hype if I saw that.
I'm excited. I'm really, really excited.
We'll make you proud.
I want the pyro play so bad on either side. Even if we're getting like pushed on our last, I want that pyro so bad. It looks so silly.
Yeah. If you are defending and you manage to like stuff an Uber with the pyro, it feels so good. Like if you air blast and ruin their whole Uber and they're just like stuck in the choke or stuck in shutter, they're like stuck in river or stuck in shutter the whole Uber. Like that feels really good as well. That's a lot of fun as well. Very troll.
That's pretty sneaky, Freddy's.
Yeah. Did you guys want to do rollout practice or anything like that?
I would love to do a roll-up practice. Love to, love to,
Yeah.
love to.
Just do like a couple of practice rollouts just to make sure that everybody, because you guys, you know, like if you're not playing like pugs or anything like that, you don't get a lot of chances to brush up and try doing your rollouts. So
Yeah, I've got...
I'll jump on the red team and ready up if everyone wants to connect to this. Connect. I'll put it in Salamander 6's and the voice chat for you guys. You can just connect up and we can do some practice rollouts.
On my way.
Heck yeah, dog. I'm gonna eat my food while you guys do that. Because I'm hungry.
Got another orange.
Do actually, yeah, I haven't cracked it open yet, but I do. I'm so
Crack
ready.
it open. You're supposed to peel an orange. You don't crack it open.
Commander, share your screen so I can watch.
Oh, yeah, I'll stop recording here.
It's silly good.